Well, also some big news yesterday you might not have heard about. President Trump unveiling a new plan to bar big Wall Street and institutional investors from buying single-family homes, a move he says will help ordinary Americans finally compete in the brutal housing market. Our correspondent Andrew Kraft joins us from New York with the latest on this plan. Hey, Andrew.
John, good to be with you here. Well, yeah, President Trump is vowing to crack down on large hedge funds and venture capital firms buying up large tracts of single-family homes. It's all part of the president's push to make buying a home more affordable for the average American. Trump writing this on Truth Social last night, saying, "I'm immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes, and I will be calling on Congress to codify it. People live in homes, not corporations," the president says. Now, nationally, the figures of institutional home buying are small and may not account for why the country is facing such a dire housing shortage. The American Enterprise Institute writing this in an analysis saying, institutional investors defined as investors owning over 100 properties account for less than 1% of the U.S. total single-family housing stock. On the state level, institutional investors hold less than 0.5% of the single-family housing stock in 36 of the 50 states. But in several specific cities and smaller markets, it's much more. Upwards of 20% of all home sales in cities like Phoenix and Houston during the pandemic boom. Sales come in largely all-cash offers with quick closings, squeezing out first-time home buyers. That's according to the National Association of Realtors. They also say the median age for a first-time home buyer is now 40, an all-time high.
This past week, I was buying a waterfront home, and I was competing with an institutional investor. So this takes a little pressure off when you're buying, but it's definitely something that everybody can get behind, Democrats and Republicans, because people have been talking about this for a long time. Nobody wants their cul-de-sac to be full of LLCs. These institutions have been treating them like ATMs, and Donald Trump is basically unplugging them.
The push to rein in this aggressive market share capture is taking off in state legislatures nationwide. 22 states introducing legislation aimed at curbing the practice last year. Even some Democrats are on board, but they disagree with Trump's approach. Senator Elizabeth Warren, the Democrat of Massachusetts, saying this is Congress's role. She wrote this: Donald Trump has not yet lifted a finger to bring down housing costs for Americans. I've been advocating for years to limit Wall Street from buying up America's homes. Enough talk, she says. Trump should start with getting his own party in the House to support a bipartisan bill to bring down housing costs that passed the Senate unanimously. And Congress should work on legislation to stop corporate investors from buying up homes. Now, the president said he intends to detail more of this policy when he speaks at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland later this month. John?
Yeah, going to Davos, President Trump. Great to see you, Andrew. Thank you.